All right, so in this lecture, we're going to talk about your professional year one or your first year of pharmacy school graduate education. During this time period, I think not a lot really needs to be done. If you ultimately know that you want to become a physician down the line, again, I think you should still consider possibly, transferring into a pre-medical program. You're not too far along where it's too late to switch out. That's something you're going to have to weigh with the credit transfer. It might be a little more expensive to do so because you've foregone the costs of maybe a semester in pharmacy school. With that said, though, you can still basically, pharmacy school is challenging, so I think you still need to have an adjustment period. So I don't really recommend a whole lot of things to get done, at least in the first semester. But during the second semester, if you are still considering medicine, and this is good for just pharmacy in general, but getting research opportunities and getting involved early on. Research projects take a long time to kind of bring to fruition, and so because of that, having an early start is paramount to getting progress and getting results down the line. So whether it's because you want to go to medical school or just you want to be a strong pharmacy applicant for possibly pharmacy residencies down the line, this is something that is definitely worth getting involved in early on. So looking for research opportunities at your university, or at other universities who offer like summer undergraduate research opportunities and so on. Those are things that I personally did, and it was very influential in starting my research career out. And it helped me get a lot of research exposure and experience, both clinical and experimental, like bench work. So I definitely recommend you start getting involved in research opportunities very early on, because it can take, like I said, projects a couple years before they can actually get to the publication stage. Also, at this point, if you are considering medical school, make that AMCAS account. That's where you can get more information. And AMCAS also, you can make your AAMC account too. And those are two separate entities, but you can kind of explore what's in the AMCAS account to see what information is required basically to get into medical school, to make sure you kind of check all your boxes. So you can kind of play around with that. It doesn't mean you have to apply or anything along those lines. And then additionally, I recommend starting to shadow physicians. If you're still kind of on the fence about pharmacy and going to medical school, the best way to verify what career path you want to go down is by shadowing. So I recommend you shadow a physician, but I also recommend you shadow a clinical pharmacist to see if either of those is going to be congruent with where your career aspirations fall. And so obviously with shadowing physicians is a requirement to getting into medical school. We like to see approximately 100 hours on an applicant's application, give or take. That's not like a perfect number, so don't quote me on that. But, I think it needs to be individualized to the applicant. But generally speaking, having those early exposure hours can maybe help you discern if medicine is right for you and if this is the right career path. And then it can also help start those connections early on that may lead to letters of recommendation or, just other research opportunities. And that's pretty much what I recommend in the first year medical school, pharmacy school. Not too much to do. It's really just an adjustment year and to kind of get your feet wet with the medical profession.